Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So, it's a lot going on right now between Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I'm trying to get everything sorted out, but bear with me. But I noticed that you guys don't know anything about me. So, I'm just going to give a general, informative video about myself. So, I'm a mom of 3. I have a dog. I have a Japanese Shiba Inu. His name is Simba. I am married. Coming up in a few weeks, I will be married for 10 years. 10 years. Now, he is former military. He is a military vet of the United States Navy. So, that's him. And I'm on this side of the job occupation. I am a certified veterinary assistant. I worked at a veterinary hospital for 2 years. I volunteered at an animal shelter to get my experience before going into the veterinary hospital part of it. I used to live in Virginia. I've moved so many times that I think that, well, due to military, and now that he's out, we are settled. We have our feet in the ground, and I think I moved. Since we've been married, I think we moved like 6 or 7 times. So now that we are in our home and our feet are planted, we are rooted. We're not going nowhere else other than that. Also, I am a published author. I do poetry books. I do small stories as well that have not been published. I haven't got to that point yet. I have my own podcast. Not going to share that detail with you guys because that's my little baby. And, in the great words of Erykah Badu, I am an artist. And yes, I am super sensitive about my shit. But I'm getting to that part where I want to share my work with everybody, as in on the poetry side, because if you were in the Virginia area, and I mean like Virginia Beach area, especially 2014, 2015, especially in the veterinary departments, throughout, then you know that I was kicking butt. I was doing my thing. Like, I can say when I left in those 2 years, I could say the job that I did good. I did damn well. I went above and beyond. Because there's a lot of stigma with being in the veterinary industry, especially a person of color, African American, Black, and other minorities as well. There's not a lot of us in those industries, but we're there. Like, we are there. There's a stigma that, we're so afraid of different animals. We don't do that, or that's just a certain type of culture for people that, are, very risk-takey and stuff of that nature. But I've loved animals since I was little. I've had numerous animals. I've had a rabbit. I've had dogs. I've had cats. I had fish. I had gerbils. I've had African dwarf frogs. Still want animals. I do want a bulldog one day, but since I am on the veterinary side, my brain is on the veterinary side of things. I know the pros and cons of different breeds and different animals, and my Japanese Shiba Inu is enough. He's enough. He I don't want to be that dog person to be like, oh, that's my baby and stuff. No, I'm actually the total opposite. He's not friendly. Like, he's not. He's very unpredictable of people who are strangers. So the house is good. Like, he protects mom, dad, brother, sister, you know, all of that. But as a complete stranger, you come in, he has to get to know you. He mindset almost like human. He has to get to know you. And something about a stranger's scent, smell, essence, energy, spirit, something, if something is off, you will know. He will come for your feet. He will let you know you something's off and we need to keep my eyes on you. Now, pause. I'm not that dog owner to be like, oh, he's just nipping. And when that starts, you know, he gets put on his happy meds because, yeah, he's that bad sometimes. But mostly at the vet and mostly at the groomers when he gets to that level. But other than that, that's my baby. So, also back to myself. I am a Virgo. Mother Earth. I have several tattoos. I have piercings. Some have closed up. Some have not. I have my daughter's name. Sorry, guys. On my neck, on my arm. She has 2 hibiscus flowers here and 1 poinsettia. I have a big tattoo on, well, not big, but it's pretty big tattoo on my back. Of a Afro samurai chick. I also have my son's, one of my son's name. I'm trying to get the other one so he won't feel left out when he grows up and he's like, hey, you got him and her, but you didn't get me. So, I don't have his name yet, but I have my daughter's name here. I have my first son's name here. I have my husband's name on me with a butterfly. Excuse me. And I have this tattoo right here. It's actually a matching tattoo. My husband has the robot, the male robot, handing her a flower. Hence, while she's blushing and stuff and all girly and googly eye and things of that nature. I love comic books. Now, I do have certain genre of comic books that I'm mostly drawn towards, which is like slightly detective, vampire-esque. You know, I love comic books. I love the whole drama. I am that comic book girl who is fixated on certain genres. So I might not know a lot of other comic book illustrations and authors and stuff like that. But if for an example, Black Panther. And I'm not talking about the movie, the series Into the Comic Book and the TV series that was on BET in 2010. You can't tell me nothing about that. Like, if you're like, oh, well, you don't know. Sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. I'm going to have to, like, put you in your place because I am obsessed with that. Like, I am. Also, as you know from the other videos, I'm obsessed with socks. Not feet. Socks. I love socks. Period. Like, look at the other videos. You understand why I love socks. And it just stems from an insecurity about my own feet. But I love socks. Like, today I was dropping my kids off and they had like some sock collection for donated socks and stuff of that nature. And before I walked out of the front building, I saw it out of the side of my eye and I was like, socks. And then I looked over and I was like, oh, kitty socks. Like, okay, gotcha. Because I get deep in my socks, as in if I am purchasing socks or doing anything or just getting socks out for the day, that's like my mood. Or I'm like, I haven't worn those in a long time, or maybe I'm feeling this, or maybe I kind of like collab with my outfit. I don't have any Wonder Woman socks, but I do have a Black Panther shirt, and I do have Black Panther socks. I do have Pinky. I have a Pinky and the Brain shirt. I also have Pinky and the Brain socks. Like stuff like that. Like certain days it's whatever, or certain days it's be funny with my socks, because I do have these algebra socks, and they have like a squared plus b squared equals c squared on my socks. And if anybody knows me, math is not my favorite subject. It's not that I don't comprehend, it's just that it makes my head hurt. I mean, I do math to a certain extent, and then it's like, why is there numbers, why is there letters together, and oh gosh, I gotta draw a graph, and I gotta put points, and this is divided by a million, and then I have to move the decimal sign, and I gotta change it into a fraction. Shoot me now. Like, all of the unnecessary stuff. I do have my degree. I have my degree in English literature. I took a couple of courses on Roman mythology and Greek mythology. What else about myself? I'm the youngest child out of my mom's biological children. I am the youngest child, but with my blended family, I am the baby girl, because there's a baby boy. He's only a year younger than me, but I have 5 siblings. I have 5 siblings in total with a blended family. Without my blended family, I have 1 brother and 1 sister. That's it. I have, I would say, 5 friends. One of them is my husband. The other one is my dad, because I'm a big daddy's girl. I have a friend named Steph. I have a friend named Damo. And then I have cousins who are friends, As cliche as it sounds, like, your cousins are your first friends. It's to an extent, it is true, and then sometimes it's not, because sometimes that relationship needs to be built. So you might be like, yeah, that's my cousin, but we're not cool like that, or it's just the relationship has not been built to where it's like, I talk to my cousin every day. But I do have some cousins who are my best friends, and I like it that way. I do. Other than that, you guys know that, as you can see my hair, I am locked. I've been locked for coming up on 3 years, July 19th. I would count my locks right now, but I have combined it 4 locks already. 2 on this side and 2 on this side. Just the pattern of my hair as my lock journey continues. They started off a pretty decent size, but everybody else was budding thickly except for these 2 on the side, so they got combined. So as of right now, you probably can't tell. This is one of them that is combined, but you can't tell because I started off with 2 strand twists. But these 2 were pretty much like, you can tell the difference. Even though they were starting to combine at the top, the ends were still like the little fishtail. But now it's, you can't even tell. Now I read a lot of books. Now, before I used to read a lot of books, and then I had kids, and then I read a lot of kids' books. And a lot of parents will understand that to some extent. So right now I am reading the kids' books to them, but I am back on I read my own books. I am a big advocate of reading books, especially poetry books, because all of a sudden, like, in the last 5 years, to my knowledge, I've been hearing people say that, spoken word, poetry, you know, short stories or hymns or sonnets and stuff like that was like a dying skill, was like a dying genre. And I'm like, no, it's not. It really not. I mean, there's no long sonnets anymore like the 1700s and 1800s, but poetry still is alive and well. All right. Had to get that out. I used to dance, and I don't mean depot, but I used to dance. I used to be on a couple of dance teams. I used to model. I'm not tall whatsoever. 5'2", that's it. But I used to dance. I used to model. I love floor hockey. I like sports a lot. Like, I'm that girl at the basketball team, at the basketball game, rooting for a basketball team, and she knows what she's talking about. I'm not at a basketball team or game like, touchdown. Like, that's not me. I'm not that ditzy. But I don't have any favorite basketball teams since my old team, because they literally split them up all types of ways. I used to love the Boston Celtics with Kevin Garnett and Rondo and the whole dream team, but when they split up, I was just like, no more basketball team for me. Sorry. I still love the sport, but whatever. Football team, non-existing. Stand with you, Cap. But yeah, football team, non-existing. Straight like that. Straight like that. But I did get into rugby after, during the Olympics and everything like that. I love me some rugby. New Zealand, Africa. Like, I gets down with the rugby. That's an aggressive sport. But on a day-to-day basis, I am a stay-at-home mom. This is my second bout of being a stay-at-home mom. No, this is my third bout of being a stay-at-home mom. First time having my son, my oldest son, I actually went back to work after having him. Like, it was like, baby's here, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, doctor gave me the clear, back to work. And then we moved due to the military, and when we moved, I became a stay-at-home mom. And then he went to school, and then turned around, had my daughter, became a stay-at-home mom for a little bit. Then I went back to college, got my degree. Then I did the veterinary thing, blah, 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 yada, 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 woo, 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 woo. And then there was a big break. And then I had my baby, and I'm still a stay-at-home mom. Not a bad thing, but with being a stay-at-home mom, and all the stay-at-home moms and dads out there, you know that this is a 24/7, 365-day job. Like, don't get me wrong, people who are working parents, you go, you punch the clock, you clock out, whatever. Stay-at-home parents, it's like the clock gets punched when the eyes open. And sometimes it's not you opening your eyes. If you have little ones that do this, you want to understand that. Like, the youngest is a 1-year-old, and if he wakes up before me, he's like trying to go in my eyes, trying to go up my nose. He's playing in my hair. He's trying to put my glasses back on my face, because now he done leaned over onto the nightstand, and he's like, hey, like, you need to put these on and start your day. And I'm like, okay. Like, all of that. But I love it. I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. The world is already crazy. Stay-at-home moms and dads, you know what I mean. You've seen the headlines of child care providers, daycares, and different stuff, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's crazy and chaotic out there. But this is me. I am as goofy as they come. I have a dark sense of humor, as I'm being told on a daily basis by my siblings, people in general that I communicate with. have a dark sense of humor, but I do have a sense of humor. I like to laugh. I like to joke. I love food. Like, I might be this little skinny little chick you see on YouTube, but I love food. Like, I'm adventurous a little bit when it comes to food and stuff like that, but I'm definitely that girl who goes on road trips and, love the little holes in the walls, authentic food at that. Love tacos, love sushi, love soups, loves broth, loves noodles, love ramen, love snacks. I dub my own self as a midnight raccoon because I snack at night. Like, glass of water on the side of the nightstand. You might see it, cookies, chips, something, and you're like, dang, like, is it that bad? It's not that bad, but I do like to snack at night more than anything. A lot of people are going to say, oh, well, you snack at night, you're going to pick up the pounds. Listen, already been through that. I've been underweight my whole life. I'm not even going to say I'm underweight now because I've been keeping my weight on. Keeping my weight on me thus far. But I have a high metabolism and it's no fun. Like, people think it's fun. You like, I eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And the way I eat, I should at least be packing on 10 pounds at a time. Wrong. Miss one of those eat and eat and eats and I lose 2 pounds. Like, crap. But also, I have an immune system issue. And my iron's always low. So it sucks when I have nosebleeds, and with my immune system issue, during my last pregnancy, I popped 2 positive antigens for lupus. You need a total of 4, so I do a lot of blood work just to be on it, just in case anything changes. I do a lot of blood work. So this year, I guess moved up to a good stance in my blood work because I used to do blood work every 2 weeks. Then it got moved to every 3 weeks. Every 3 months. And now I just got moved to every 6 months. And fingers crossed, prayers, everything, that I will go to once a year, like everybody else in the world who does blood work and stuff like that. Just general blood work. But I don't have any clinical symptoms. I have the textbook, blood for lupus, but I do not have the physical symptoms of flare-ups and rashes and the skin irritation, things like that. But it's mostly common in African American women between the age of 25 and I think he said 25, 35 or something like that. So with that being said, guess my age. Boom. But yeah, it sucks because I've been dealing with this since I was a child. Like, don't get sick around me. I've caught the chickenpox twice. I caught it when I was 7, and also when I was in middle school. Common colds, like, take me out. Like, achoo. Everybody else is achoo. Let me go get some Theraflu from CVS or Walmart, or let me just run to my local, store and get this. Me, if I was to ever catch the flu, it is like detrimental. It's like delusion, headaches. I can't see. My immune system is compromised. I need to go to the ER. I need to be on fluids for IV. I need antibiotics. And I'm not talking about the little antibiotics. I need the good antibiotics. I need that. And then it's like more blood work. And then we need to do this. And, talks of what of the transfusion, like. So when people, are like, oh my God, I just had a common cold. And I'm like, keep your germs. I have my reasons. But everything that I spoke about today makes me who I am. And I love it. Some days, like everybody else, we have good days, we have bad days. And just like the gospel song, I have good days, I have bad days, but I won't complain. Like, a lot of people you know, can complain. And I know with myself, I can't say I won't complain, but like the gospel song, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still grateful. I'm still thankful. I am still blessed. I still have breath in my body. I can move my limbs. And even if I couldn't move my limbs and I was still on this earth, I still won't complain because I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm not 6 feet under. And even if I was 6 feet under, I still wouldn't complain because that's me running my course. That's my journey. That's me coming to terms with that there's something better on the other side if I wasn't here. Yes, it would suck because my kids wouldn't have their mom and my husband wouldn't have his wife, and you know, my mom wouldn't have her child, and so my dad would be, you know, losing his child as well. But it's all for a better purpose in life, and I appreciate each day. I try to love hard each day, fix my mistakes, live with no regrets, and just be as happy as I can be and make others happy. And if anybody knows me personally, knows that I'm a people pleaser, but also I love to help people mentally, physically, emotionally. I don't want to say spiritually because everybody has their own spiritual opinions about different things, and I don't want to be the one that say, you know, everything is so black and white. It's not. It's just not. Some things in life are black and white, but majority of it, it's black, white, blue, gray, it's turquoise, it's teal, it's pink, it's magenta, it's a whole melting pot of stuff, and it's good that way. It is. But other than that, if you would like to get to know me personally, I am on Instagram, Arnay13. Yes, that is my name. That is no made up name or anything of that nature. It is Arnay13. I have pictures on there of everything that we spoke about just now. I have my poetry up there, my highlights. I have the socks up there, my highlights. Road trips, if you want to DM me and just, you know, talk about socks, I'm here for it. Like, we can talk about socks. Now, like I said, I don't like feet, but we can talk about socks. Do you have on your socks of the day? I have on my socks of the day. So, go ahead, subscribe to my channel. There's more socks to come. There's more things to come, you know, with me, myself, presenting myself to you guys. And I just need you to subscribe to my channel or go follow me on Instagram at Arnay13. You can even follow me on Facebook. My name is Arnay. My face will pop up. And you guys have a blessed, prosperous day. I hope you have all the energy from this spring forward nonsense. But get you that cup of coffee, get you that cup of hot chocolate, get you that cup of chamomile tea, and you go out today and you kick today's butt. And then you come back home, and you kick your feet up, and you prepare to kick tomorrow's butt. But all in all, peace and blessings. I'm out.